All right, welcome to the course. So in this first video, I want to take just a couple of minutes to talk about Python in general, and we need to talk about a couple of different version matters. Head over to Google and just type in Python, and the first thing that pops up is going to be the Python website, the official Python website, python.org. So if we click on this, depending on what computer you are, you're going to have different download options. It knows I'm on a Windows computer, so it's giving me the Windows versions. If you're on a Mac, you're obviously going to get those. First things first, though, you're going to see we have Python 3 point whatever and Python 2 point whatever. So what's going on here? Well, with Python, there are two versions of Python. Back in the day when they first started Python, it was awesome. Everyone loved it. And as it sort of progressed, they realized that they left some things out and they did some things that weren't particularly great and they wanted to fix them. So they created a new version of Python, Python 3. And they left the old version up. It's at 2.7.14 right now. But from Python 3 forward, that's the official language. That's the one you're going to want to learn. That's the one you're going to use. The only reason you would ever use Python 2 is if you have lots of old code that was written in Python 2 and you need to sort of legacy, maintain it or whatever. So if you're getting a job somewhere at a company that's been using Python 2 forever, you're going to need to learn Python 2. But for everyone else in the world, we're going to use Python 3. And if you learn Python 3, you pretty much know Python. There are subtle differences and they are different. Python 2 code will not always work on Python 3 and vice versa. But once you learn 3, you can Google what are the differences between Python 2 and Python 3, and you'll get a list and you can read that and you go, okay, and you'll figure it out. But it's much better to start out with version 3. And version 2, they're going to discontinue it in 2020. So, we're right there. It's not going to be used anymore. Unless, like I said, you have legacy code from 20 years ago or whatever that you need to maintain. Otherwise, we're going to use Python 3 throughout this course. I am on a Windows machine. I'm going to assume that you are too. Mac machines come with Python 2 installed, I believe. So you'll have to update that to Python 3. It's simple. You just come to this website and click the download. You'll get a little file of some sort that you can install on your Mac. If you have any problems with that, you can Google it and see. I'm not going to focus on this. Like I said, I'm going to assume you're on Windows. So in the next video, we will install this and get started. Also, take a minute and look through the documentation if you're interested. I always read the documentation. It's just a good sort of standard thing to do. Learn different things. So this is where you can find the documentation for Python as well, the official documentation. So that's kind of interesting. So that's all for this video. In the next video, like I said, we will jump in and install this thing and get started.